Hello and welcome to Verbling. Hi there. I'm teacher Oakley, and in this class, as a matter of fact, in a series of classes at this time for the next 3 days, we're going to be looking at articles. That would mean we're looking at a, and the. This particular topic can be a little confusing for English second language learners because many languages don't have articles. So we have to learn the basics of how to use them. And I'm going to start out today introducing them by introducing them through introducing countable and uncountable nouns. Because basically, articles are all about counting things. English speakers love to count things. Everything's counted or determined. We use determiners. Articles are something called determiners. We have to determine nouns. I don't know why English speakers feel they need to define these nouns either by possession, my pencil, one pencil, a pencil, the pencil. English speakers need to determine the noun. So we often do that by giving it a number. If we're talking about one, the pencil, a pencil, or pencils. In any case, we use articles very often to determine the number of a noun. So we have to understand that some nouns, like pencil, I can count. One pencil, two pencils. However, I have here a glass of water. Water is uncountable. It's a mass. I can't say one water. What is one water? This is one drop of water. I just stuck my finger in my own water. Yuck. So we have to understand when we're using articles if nouns are countable and uncountable, and that's what I'm going to introduce you to today. I'm going to give you some information, talk to you about it a little bit, and then we're going to do a lot of exercises to figure out what nouns are countable and what are uncountable, and do we need to use specifically a and an, because the point is, although I can say a pencil, I cannot say a water. I have to say a glass of water in order to count it. I have to use another noun. Okay, that's the object of today's lesson. Let me welcome you guys. Do a little microphone check because we're going to do a lot of exercises and you guys need to talk. Philip, good evening.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, teacher. I'm fine. All is okay.
Great. Nice to have you back in class. Good to see you.
Thank you.
All right, and Nihan. Hello, welcome.
Hi, Oakley.
Hi, how are you?
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it
I'm
has.
good. How about you?
I am hanging in there.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Okay, let's start simple and basic. Okay, I'm going to do a screen share and talk to you guys a little bit about countable and uncountable nouns. One of my favorite countable nouns, bananas. Okay, bananas are countable. Look, you can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I eat a banana every day. Okay, countable nouns, when we're talking about one, we use a or an. The only difference between a and an, they performs the same function. One. Whoa. Hold on. Okay. Wow. That was very noisy. Hogan, hello. Yeah, you got a problem there. My friend, I think you have some kind of a problem there. It's just loud static noise when you unmute yourself. I don't know if you can, hopefully you can fix that. I'm not sure what the issue is. Maybe settings, maybe you don't have it set to your microphone, not sure. But in any case, all right, hopefully he'll come back. Okay, back to my bananas. The only difference between A and N, we say A before a consonant sound, and we say N before a vowel sound. Philip, can you see the Verbling chat box?
Yes, I can. I can.
Okay. What did I write there?
Countable. I eat a banana every day.
No, not that. The Verbling chat box.
Okay, a horse. A horse.
A horse. Okay, there you go. A with a consonant H sound. Ha, ha, ha. It's an actual sound. It's a consonant sound. A horse. Okay, Philip.
An hour.
An hour. The H
An
is
hour.
silent, so it starts with a vowel sound. So
Okay.
even though these two words both start with a consonant, that's not really what determines if we use A or N. It's the sound, not the actual letter. Okay. Another example, H's are confusing. Another letter that's confusing with A and N is U. Nihan, can you see the Verbling chat box?
Yes, I can.
All right. So what is that?
A university with, I
Yes.
guess, Y sound. University.
That's white. That's white. I just said that's white. That's right. You're correct. Silly me. That's white. There is a Y sound. That's absolutely correct. And we when the U actually is the vowel sound pronounced, we say, for example, the next one.
An umbrella.
There you go. So U's and H's are a little tricky. It depends on what sound is there when we pronounce it, whether we use A or N. However, A or N perform the same exact function grammatically. Basically, they count one non-specific. I eat a banana every day. It's not the same banana. It's a banana in general. So we use A or N with countable nouns to talk about them in a general way. Or if we want to talk about them in a general way, we can use the plural. For example, I like bananas as a concept. Okay. Pretty basic. All right, let me, before we continue, let me check if Hogan's got his microphone working. Hogan, did you figure it out there?
Yeah, I think I figured it out. I just
Cool.
yeah,
Yep.
exit and come back, so that solved the problem. Thank you.
Yep. Looks good. Sounds good. I mean, not looks good. What is wrong with me today? Okay. JK, welcome to the class. How's it going?
Thank you.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm counting things. I like
Okay.
counting things. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. It's good practice for me. I have a 3-year-old daughter, so I need to practice counting. So here we are. Countable and uncountable. Uncountable nouns include an example would be rice. I eat rice every day. Okay. I eat a banana every day. I eat rice every day. It's uncountable. Now, if I want to count rice, I can by using another noun, a grain of rice. That's one little tiny piece of white rice is a grain of rice. But now I'm counting grains, 3 grains of rice. Okay, so it doesn't matter if I talk about it even specifically, it's just rice. Rice, 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 rice. There's no such thing as rices. The only time that you can hear uncountable nouns with a plural is if you talk about types. There are many types of rice. There are many rices. You occasionally will hear it spoken like that, but you don't even need to do that. You can say types of rice. Okay. All right. Well, that's a pretty basic concept there. Countable and uncountable. Examples of countable. Kate was singing a song, 3 songs. If you're ever wondering, oh, is it countable or not countable, just put a number in front of it and see if it makes sense. 3 beaches, 3 notes, 3 accidents, 3 batteries, 3 cups. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, man, take it easy. Bye-bye. See you next time around. Okay. And so ask yourself, 3 musics? No, it doesn't work. 3 sands? No. 3 monies? No. 3 lucks? No. Okay, electricity, water, these are uncountable nouns. Pretty basic. Okay. You cannot use single countable nouns alone. Single, without an S. You just simply can't do it. If it's a countable noun, you can never ever do it. And that's just a fundamental rule. I want a banana, there's been an accident. You can, however, use plural countable nouns alone. I like bananas. Accidents can be prevented. Okay. You cannot use a or an with uncountable nouns, but of course you can often use another word to make them countable. Almost all uncountable nouns you can make countable, but not all. For example, the word permission, there's just no way. Okay, I can say a bowl of rice, a packet of rice, a grain of rice, a glass of water, a cup of water, okay, a drop of water. But there are a few words, for example, the word permission. How do you count permission? You can't. You can't get a small piece of permission. Either you get permission, you're allowed to do something, or you're not. So there's no way to break it into parts. It's just not possible. Most uncountable nouns, there is a way to make them countable, but not, again, not absolutely all. Some and any. Let's talk about quantifiers, how much or how many. Okay, we can use some or any with countable nouns, plural countable nouns, that is. We sang some songs. Did you buy any apples? Please note, any. Don't use any except in questions or negatives. I can say, do you have any money? Okay. Do you have any apples? I don't have any apples. I cannot say, I have any apples. Just doesn't make sense. So remember that with any, it's only used in questions and negatives. Now, we use many and few with plural countable nouns. You can take many pictures. I have few things to do. You can use some or any with uncountable nouns as well. But again, with any, same thing. Negatives or questions only. You can't use it in statements either way, with countable or uncountable. Now, instead of many, another often confused, very common mistake for English language learners is confusing many and much with countable and uncountable. With many, With countable nouns, we use many. With uncountable nouns, we use much. I know it's not much fun learning about countable and uncountable nouns, but there you have it. Oh, much fun. And notice that we use little instead of few. Sometimes we use a little bit. I have a little work to do. I have a little bit of work to do. But I can't say I have few works to do. It doesn't make sense. I just simply can't make it plural, so it's just not going to work. Okie doke. And I'm sick of talking. So let's see if you guys get the idea here. What we're going to do, we're going to look at these sentences and we're going to correct them if they need to be corrected. Some of the sentences are correct already. So what I would like you to do, simply read the sentence and tell me if it needs to be corrected and how. Okay, so Philip, number one.
Number one, Joe goes everywhere by bike. He hasn't got a car.
Yeah, you need A, because of course cars are countable.
Mm.
How many cars do you own, Philip?
Oh, just one.
Just one. All right. All right, fair enough. But one's a number, so that's definitely countable. Hogan, number two.
Number 2, Helen was listening to music when I arrived. Helen was listening to
Is
music
it okay
when I arrived.
or not okay?
I think it's okay.
I think you're right. Music is uncountable, and it's okay just as it is. JK, number three.
I think we can say some music.
Sure you can.
Some, yeah.
That is true. You can use some or any with countable or uncountable, so you could. You don't need to, however. But you could. That's right. You can't use any, but you could use some because this is a statement. Yeah. Okay. Number three.
Number 3, we went to a very nice restaurant last weekend.
There you go. To A.
Very.
Yeah, of course, restaurants are countable. Okay. Philip, number four.
Number four, I brush my teeth with toothpaste.
Okay. Is that okay?
It's okay.
It is
Because
okay.
toothpaste is uncountable.
That's right. It sure is. That is correct. Okay. Hogan, number five.
Can I ask you a question about number 1?
Sure.
First, yeah, I think
Yeah.
the bike is countable. It's not? I just wonder.
Yes, it is.
So we probably have to use Joe goes everywhere by a bike, right?
But no. Good point. Okay. Trains are countable. You go by train, you go by plane, you go by bus, you go by taxi. Okay. Yes. All right. Well, there you go, Hogan. Good observation. There are exceptions. We're going to talk about this more later, but good eye. Okay. Why? Because, of course, buses, planes, trains, and bikes are all countable objects. However, when we use the prepositional phrase by whatever, we're talking about it as a concept. We're really not counting the object. We're talking about it as an idea. This happens a lot. And we're going to run into this in the next few days many times. We're going to run into nouns that when we're talking about it specifically, it's a countable noun. But when we're talking about it as a general concept, it's an uncountable noun.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think by train, by bus, that might be okay because I listened a lot. But by bike, I never heard about that, so I'm just asking you. Okay, thank you very much for question.
Sure. No, thank you for pointing it out. It's, you just, sometimes practical things escape me because I'm an English speaker and I don't even think about it. But okay, no, I appreciate you pointing it out anytime. I welcome your help. Okay, number 5.
Number 5. I use toothbrush to brush my teeth. I think I have to use A before toothbrush.
Sure you do. Toothbrushes are countable. We can definitely count them. That is correct. Okay, Philip?
6. Can you tell me if there is a bank near here?
Okay, banks are countable. Or usually, Philip, banks are countable everywhere except in Greece.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Nowadays.
Yeah. Banks are an uncountable noun in Greece only. Okay, that's just one of the rules. All right. JK, I skipped you. I'm sorry, buddy. Sorry about that.
No
Number
problem.
7.
No problem. Okay, my mother works for an insurance company in Frankfurt.
Okay. Well,
So we put an before insurance.
Yes. Okay, so notice insurance company, the noun you're modifying with the determiner A is company. Companies, pardon me, companies are countable. Insurance here is just used as an adjective. So, okay, very good point. The A, an, or the article always comes first.
Hey, I said an insurance because there was a sound, vowel sound.
That
insurance. Yeah.
That is
so I
correct.
said an insurance company.
And you were right.
It's one company, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's correct. Even though the A or an is modifying company, we have that adjective in front, and that starts with a vowel sound. So you need an. That's correct. Very good.
Okay.
All right. I think you said my mother, but it's my brother. I don't know why you changed it.
Okay, sorry.
Maybe your mother really does work in an insurance company?
No, sorry about that.
She does.
I didn't.
She really does
No.
work in an insurance company. Okay.
No.
All right.
I didn't see it.
I'm just joking. Hogan, number 8.
Wait, I don't like violence. We don't need A or N because violence is uncountable.
Yes, it is. How would you make it countable, Hogan? Is it possible to make it countable?
I don't
Tricky
like.
Tricky
I don't
question.
like violence.
Well, not in this particular sentence, but just as a phrase. Is there any way to make it countable?
Make use it specific violence.
Well,
I don't know.
Well,
exactly.
for example, I can say a glass of water. What's that, JK?
I don't like a violence action.
Action, violent action. Okay, an act of violence. That's it. An act of violence. He committed 3 acts of violence. That's it, exactly. It can be a little tricky when we're trying to count an uncountable noun. Again, sometimes it's not even possible at all, but sometimes it is, and sometimes, well, there you go, an act of violence. That's it. That's correct. Okay. Philip, number 9.
Can you smell paint?
Is that okay?
It's okay.
It is okay. Yes, it is. Paint is uncountable, being a liquid. Basically, all liquids, regardless if you can drink it or eat it or not drink it or eat it, all liquids are uncountable. All gases, oxygen, you can't have 3 oxygens. A fire is uncountable. Well, no, fires can be countable or uncountable. Wait, I don't want to confuse you. Liquids, gases, materials. These are the more obvious kinds of uncountable nouns. It's the abstract ones that are tricky. Okay. JK, number 10.
Okay, when we were in Rome, we stayed in a big hotel.
Okay, again, you got another one with the adjective in front. Big, in a big hotel. That's it. Okay, Hogan, number 11.
We need petrol. I hope we come to petrol station soon. The first one we don't need it. The second one I think we need it.
Yeah, you're right, because stations are countable.
Yeah.
Yeah, to a petrol station. And be careful of petrol. If you the second syllable is an unstressed syllable, and we just use the schwa sound, the kind of If you pronounce it too well, it sounds like patrol. Okay, petrol. Patrol is a different word altogether. Petrol. Pretty quick. That's better. Yeah. All right. Okay. Philip, number 12.
I wonder if you can help me. I have a problem.
Okay. Very good. A problem. One that confuses people frequently is trouble. Problems are countable. You can count your problems. You can count your blessings, but you can't count your troubles.
Okay.
Which is very interesting. Sometimes you hear trouble with an S, particularly in country western songs. All my troubles. But technically speaking, it's uncountable. Okay, JK, number 13.
I like your suggestion. It's a very interesting idea. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
No, it isn't, actually.
I like your suggestion. It's a very. It's
I
a
like
very.
okay.
It's a very interesting idea.
Yeah, there you go. So, okay. Okay. I like your suggestion. Why do he made 3 suggestions? That's countable. Why do we not need an article, JK, with suggestion?
Because we have a pronoun.
That's right.
Yeah.
You are correct. You have a determiner. If you're going to say who it belongs to, you don't need to count it. Okay? To put it another way, we have a determiner. So we define it with the pronoun. That's correct. Ideas, of course, are countable. It's a very interesting idea. I had 3 ideas. Okay. Very good. Okay. Hogan, number 14 here.
John has an interview for a job tomorrow. We need
double.
on.
Yeah. Has an interview for a job tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So John has an interview for a job tomorrow. Okay.
Yes. Another one that many people confuse, because it's like problem and trouble, job and work. Jobs are countable. Work is not. Yeah, well, okay, except for when you're talking about specific, when you're talking about actual physical works, like a work of art. It's a beautiful work of art. It is a beautiful work of art. Then it's countable, but when you're talking about actual work, like a job work, it's uncountable. Okay, Philip, number 15.
Number 15. I like volleyball. It's a good game.
Okay, it's a good game. Great. What about volleyball?
No, I like no, because volleyball is a specific game.
Is the game. Okay, when we're talking about the game, All right. The game is uncountable. Volleyball, basketball, soccer. But of course, if we're talking about the physical ball, it's countable. We can count basketballs. There are 16 basketballs on the court, but I like basketball. So the games are uncountable. Okay. JK, number 16 here.
Lisa doesn't usually wear jewelry. It's okay.
It's okay. All right, now the general terminology jewelry is uncountable, but how about the specifics? Can you count necklaces?
Necklaces?
Yeah.
Yeah, two necklaces.
Bracelets?
Yeah, we can count necklaces.
All right. And bracelets? You can count bracelets. And rings? You can count rings.
Rings, yeah.
Okay, how about earrings?
Ring?
Earrings.
Earring.
Earrings.
Oh, earrings. It's difficult.
Yeah, I have to get tricky on you. Okay. Earrings, we have to say a pair of earrings. My wife has
A pair, yeah.
100 pairs of earrings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
100 pair of earrings, okay.
Yeah, 100 pairs of earrings. Yeah, so that's a very sad story. You know, my wife's spending all my money. Sorry you had to hear that. Okay, let's try something a little bit different here. A little fill-in-the-blank exercise. For example, just read the sentence and choose what you think is the proper word. It wasn't your fault. It was an accident. Listen, can you hear music? Hogan, number 3.
I couldn't get into the house because I didn't have. So we are choosing from. I couldn't get into the house because I didn't have keys. I didn't have a key.
I didn't have keys. I didn't have a key. Is it possible to use either of those?
Yeah, but I think sometimes you need one key, sometimes you need more than one key. So
there you go.
You can use both.
Exactly. Very good. You are correct, sir. Okay, Philip, number 4.
Number 4. It's very warm today. Why are you wearing a coat?
Of course, a coat. Okay. Very good. Coats are countable. You have to be careful with clothing. Okay. 3 shirts, 3 coats. Things like socks. Okay, we normally count them as pairs of socks, like pairs of earrings. But on the other hand, you can't say 3 socks. You have 1 odd sock. No longer. Why do I have 3 socks? Okay, so it's a little tricky. They can be countable or they can be thought of as uncountable, and you need to say pairs. Okay. JK, number 5.
Do you take sugar on your coffee?
Very good. Sugar. Physical objects that have many tiny little parts are countable, like sugar, salt, sand, pepper. Yeah. Uncountable. Okay. Very good. Hogan, number 6. I'm sorry, number 7.
Number.
Oh no, yeah, no, number 6. I got confused because of the coffee. Sorry.
Okay. Are you hungry? Would you like? Would you like a moment with your coffee?
Would you like a moment?
No. Would you like a biscuit? Would you like a biscuit with your coffee?
Yeah, although Hogan, that's very funny. What does that mean when you say a moment? Would you like a moment with?
Oh, yeah, I misunderstood. I thought, would you like to have some time with me while you drink your coffee?
Okay, right. It sounds very funny because we do use that expression. Would you like a moment with your daughter, for example? Would you like a moment with your grandfather? Okay, a little private time so you can discuss something very personal, usually. Something maybe emotional and personal. So it sounds very funny. Would you like a moment with your coffee? Oh, there you go.
Right.
A little emotional time with your coffee. Yeah, it's funny. That's okay. We can have fun with, if you're a vampire, you could say, "Do you take blood in your coffee?" I don't know. Crazy things. Okay, Philip, number 7.
Our lives would be very difficult without electricity.
Yeah, electricity. I was thinking our lives would be very difficult without blood. Philip. Okay, never mind. Something's wrong with my brain. JK, number 8.
I had an interview for a job yesterday. Did you? How did it go?
Okay. Okay. Notice here, an interview. Interviews are countable. I had 3 interviews, whatever. Notice when we're referring to the interview, we use the pronoun it. Just want to say that, okay, obviously you can use the pronoun it to reference a countable noun. Can I reference an uncountable noun with it, JK?
I think yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We can say it about sugar, for
For
example.
example. Yeah,
Yeah.
I spilled sugar on the floor. It made a mess. Sure you can. No problem.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Very good. Okay, Hogan, number 9.
The heart pumps blood through the body.
Very good, of course. And blood, being another liquid, is uncountable. Philip, number 10.
Excuse me, but can I ask you a question?
Very good. Questions, of course, are countable. Absolutely. JK, number 11.
I'm not ready yet. Can you wait a moment, please?
Okay, moments are countable. Count the moments. There's actually an expression. Count the moments. Okay, but JK, let's talk about time. Okay, seconds obviously are countable. Minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, they're all countable. How about the word
Yeah.
time?
How about? What did you
Time.
say?
How about time? Is time countable
It's
or uncountable?
uncountable.
Sometimes.
Sometimes when we say sometimes, it's uncountable. Yeah.
Sometimes time is countable. Time is uncountable when it's the idea of time. However, I'm sure you probably heard, all of us have probably heard our mother tell us, "I've told you 100 times
Yeah.
not to do that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so when you're talking about individual actual occurrences, all right?
Yeah. We're talking about situation.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, I had a good time at the party, right? So situation, right? It's countable.
Okay.
All right. Hogan, excuse me. Hogan, last one here. We're gonna move on to other stuff.
We can't delay much longer. We have to make a decision soon.
I didn't even see decision up here. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, we're gonna move on to some other stuff here. Okay. We're gonna talk about, we've already been talking about it, but we're gonna talk about it more. Cases where, a little bit confusing, where nouns can be countable or uncountable. It happens quite a bit Actually, all right. So, for example, did you hear a noise just now? If you're talking about a specific noise. However, if you use the word noise in general, I can't work here. There's too much noise. All the time in general, often there's noise. Not a specific sound, okay, but noise in general. Paper. Here's another way that they can be countable and uncountable when they have a slightly different meaning. For example, in English, a paper refers to a newspaper, and newspapers are countable. I bought 3 newspapers. So it has a slightly different meaning than when you talk about material. Material words that express the idea of material are always uncountable. So that can be confusing because we have paper, the material, a paper, a newspaper. Glass, okay? My windows are made out of glass. Well, of course they are. That's uncountable. But if I'm talking about a glass I drink with, another definition, then, okay, I washed 3 glasses in the sink. Okay, then it's countable. So it has a slightly different meaning. Hair. There's a hair in my soup. Okay, now here we have the problem of countable or uncountable basically because, I don't know, somewhere in the past somebody got lazy and decided to not say there's 1 strand of hair in my soup. There's 1 single hair in my soup, and so now it is perfectly acceptable to use it as a countable noun to talk about 1 piece or a strand. Okay? We can make things like hair, rope, string, thread countable by saying a strand. That's a strand. A strand of hair, a strand of rope, whatever. Okay, but of course, you know, when you cut your hair, you don't cut your hairs, all right? You cut your hair, and it's uncountable, the whole group of hair on your head. Okay, room again. Here's another one where you use the word to have 2 different definitions. A room in the house. I have a 3-bedroom apartment. Okay, but if you mean space, concept of space, all right, you can't sit here. There isn't room. So, okay, then you have all of your abstract nouns. Take, for example, the word experience. When you're talking about like specific situations, very similar to time, then experiences can be countable. If you talk about the general concept, then it's uncountable. They offered me the job because I had a lot of experience, not experiences. Yeah, and we already talked about time. And we already talked about liquids. Okay. Here are some examples of nouns that are usually uncountable. Okay, accommodation, behavior. Sometimes behavior can be countable. Damage. Okay, sometimes you hear it with a plural, damages. He had to pay for the damages. But strangely enough, that's a strange one because he had to pay for the damage, he had to pay for the damages. You can actually say it with the S or without the S. Either way, it's still uncountable. I can't say he had to pay for 3 damages. So that's a little odd. We have some odd things that happen with uncountables, frankly.
Like baggage.
Sorry?
Baggage is
Baggage.
uncountable.
Yeah.
Baggage.
That's another weird one, because also, look, we have luggage. Baggage, luggage. However,
Oh, is it
sometimes
uncountable?
yeah, sometimes it's just not even logical, JK. Baggage and luggage are uncountable. However, suitcases are countable. Where's the logic in that? I don't know. I don't see it. It's not, doesn't make any sense, frankly. Why? I'm referring to the same thing. Baggage, luggage, suitcase.
And progress. Also progress. You can say one progress or two progresses.
Yeah, you can't say that. Progresses.
Progresses.
Nope, just can't do it.
One progress, two progresses.
Yeah, it's not possible. Not possible. Okay. All right. Bread, a loaf of bread, a slice of bread, a piece of bread. Sometimes there are many ways to make it countable. For example, with bread. Okay. Furniture, information, news is one that's often mistaken by language learners. News is uncountable. It is not a plural. The news was very depressing. I heard, you can't say I heard a news. You can say I heard some news. You can say, have you got any news, in a question, any. But news is, this is when I often hear language learners use a with news, but that's not right. It's not countable. Another often confused one, travel is a travel used as the general concept of traveling is uncountable. However, and usually when we want to count it, we just say a trip or a journey. Those are countable nouns. But here's another one, very similar to damage and damages. Sometimes you hear travel or travels. Oh, I learned a lot in my travels, for example. But either way, it's still uncountable. So sometimes you have that weird little aspect going on. Hard to explain, but either way, it still ends up being countable. So sometimes when we want to make something countable, we just plain use a different word. So we'll say a job instead of work. We'll say a beautiful view instead of scenery. Okay, maybe it's a nice day today instead of it's nice weather today. Okay, so sometimes we do that. Advice, oh, that's a common one. Uncountable. I often hear language learners make mistake with this word, make a mistake. He gave me 3 advices. Advice is always uncountable. You can have a piece of advice for someone to make it countable. I've got 3 pieces of advice for you. But the actual word itself, advice, is always uncountable. Always, always, always. Oh, dear. Don't do this to me. Okay. Okay, let's take a quick look here at this exercise. It's, oh no. Did it just go berserk on your screen as it did on mine?
Yeah, I can't see anything.
Yeah. Oh dear. Great. Oh, okay, and I can't get rid of it now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I have a problem. I have a technical problem here. Uh-oh. I can't even see you guys. Wait, let me try something. Try to close it. It's not working. Oh dear. Okay, guys, I have a problem. My PDF has gone blank and covered the entire screen, so I can't even see you guys. I'm going to have to take about 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes to totally shut down my computer, and I'll be right back. Okay?
Sure, no problem.
Sorry about that. Sorry about this. All right, I'll be right back.
So, Philip, can we talk to each other?
Yes, why not?
Oh,
You
okay.
can. You can.
Philip,
How are you?
where are you from, Philip?
I'm from Canada, Montreal.
Okay.
Mm.
So, you are living now in Canada?
Yes, I'm in Montreal.
So,
I'm here.
why are
I'm
you
here
learning English?
oh,
Are you new to the country?
yes, I leave my country out in Africa. I'm here since 4 years.
Okay. And Hogan, where are you from?
I'm originally from Korea South, and I'm living in California, United States.
Mm. Okay,
Oh, okay.
that's fine.
And how
How
about you?
long?
And you?
I'm in Lebanon.
Oh, Lebanon.
I'm,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Do you know Lebanon?
Yes, I've heard about. I've heard too much about.
Okay.
There is so much war there.
What?
There are often war between
Yeah.
Israel and Palestine.
Yeah.
Mm.
But now there is no war right
Oh,
now.
okay.
But it's dangerous. The
Yes,
situation. Yeah.
yes. Mm. It's often there are often violence.
Yeah. Yeah. The border. Now there is a violent on the border
Okay.
by
Are
tourists.
you
Yeah.
are you part a member of a community to speak English?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
I ask if you are part of a community of English speaking.
You
A
mean
member
in
of
this in Verbling?
yes,
Verbling? Oh,
yes.
yeah. I sometimes go to the community and speak with some groups.
I wish I should meet you there one day.
Where?
I wish I would meet you there one day.
Okay, it's my pleasure.
Oh, yes, I too.
So usually in community, how many people are joining?
No, as many as you can. There's not a limit.
So like
Okay,
maximum 10 people, right?
Mm. No, you can join a community even if you are 9, 10. There's no problem.
Okay. But I think if you like 10 people in a room, it might be a little bit difficult to say
Yes,
a
you
lot
are
of
right.
people saying.
You are
Okay.
right.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, come back. Welcome. Welcome back.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. It's good to be home. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Thanks for your patience. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can do a last exercise to work with some of these kind of a little bit confusing uncountables. Let's try this out. Okay. Uh, Go ahead and read. If it's A and B, read both sentences. Just read the sentence and choose the correct countable or uncountable version. For example, number one, did you hear a noise just now? Um, a noise is correct. So, all right. Number two, Philip, I guess we'll start with you.
Yeah, if you want to know the news, you can read the paper.
Sure. Okay. And B? Go ahead. You
I
can read
want,
B too. Yeah.
I want to print some documents, but the printer is out of papers.
Ah, out of paper. We're talking about the material, paper.
Mm,
So it's
mm,
uncountable. The printer's out of paper. So we
It's
can't
out
use
of
it.
paper. Yes, it's
We
out of
can't
paper.
use it. We can't use a plural. But of course, if you need to get a visa or whatever, you're getting a bank loan or something. Of course, we can talk about paperwork, which is uncountable. I have some paperwork to do. It's uncountable. Did you bring your papers to the meeting? With the bank officer, for example. Okay, that can be a little bit confusing as well. I have 3 papers to do for class tomorrow. So there's other meanings of paper we didn't even talk about where it can be countable as well, like assignments, homework. Okay, when you write an essay, we call those papers, or documents. Sometimes they're just called papers. Okay, JK, number 3. A.
Light comes from the sun.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. B. I thought there was somebody in the house because there was a light on inside.
Very
A
good.
light.
That is correct. So the general concept of light, uncountable. But when we're talking about actually light bulbs, they're countable. Okay, Hogan, number 4.
I was in a hurry this morning. I didn't have time for breakfast.
Very good. Okay, the concept of time. And B?
Did you have a good holiday? Yes, I had a wonderful time.
Okay, very good. That's it. Okay, Philip, number 5.
This is a nice room. Did you decorate it yourself?
Okay, obviously, you're talking about a room, like a bedroom, a kitchen, a bathroom. Okay, JK, number 6.
Sue was very helpful. She gave us some very useful advices.
No, and this is such a common mistake. Never, ever, never, ever. There's no possible way to have this word with an S.
Yeah, you said that before. Okay.
Yeah, no matter what you do. This is really, really common mistake, JK. You're hardly alone. Super common. Okay. Hogan, number 8.
Number 7 or 8?
Oh, I'm sorry, 7. Jeez, I don't know how to count. Hogan.
Okay. Did you have a nice weather when you were away?
Which?
The second one, a nice weather.
No. Weather, always uncountable. There's no such word as weathers with an S.
Okay.
And no, you cannot have a or an with an uncountable noun, ever. So, did you have nice weather? Even if I know it seems like you're talking about a specific thing, the weather on the trip. But, nevertheless, weather, never countable. Philip, number 8.
We were very unfortunate. We had bad luck.
Okay, very good. JK, number 9.
Is it difficult to find a job, at the moment?
Very good.
Yeah.
A job. That's right. We want to make it countable. We use the other word, job. Very good. Hogan, number 10.
Our travel from Paris to Moscow by train was very tiring.
Yeah, this is a tricky one because you could use either one, actually. It doesn't matter because we've got the possessive our.
Okay.
Right. That's a trick there. Philip, number 11.
When the fire alarm rang, there was total chaos.
Total chaos, not countable. Chaos. Out of
Chaos.
control, disorganized activity is chaos. And
Yeah.
it is uncountable. JK, number 12.
I had to buy some bread because I wanted to make some sandwiches.
Yeah, I want to have a sandwich for lunch in about 1 minute from now. Hogan, number 13.
Okay.
Bad news doesn't make people happy.
Very good. Now we're getting into the aspect of how to use uncountable nouns as subject nouns. Water isn't. It's always a singular, okay? Uncountable nouns as the subject are always considered to be singular. You cannot say water are, bad news are, advice are. It's always advice is. His advice is good. Uncountable nouns are considered singular nouns. Philip, number 14.
Your hair is too long. You should have it cut.
Yeah, you should have them cut. That sounds very funny. Very good. Hair, of course, being singular. So when you use the singular pronoun, it instead of them. That's right. Okay, last one, JK.
Actually, I'm not sure. The damages caused by the storm will cost a lot of to prepare.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Honestly, I'm not sure either.
But I'm thinking the damages.
Yeah,
Because the storm will make a lot of damages.
Yeah, well, okay, technically speaking, if we're going to go strictly by the book, damage is uncountable. But frankly, native speakers very frequently use damages. Even in English-speaking court of law, you have to pay damages. They use the plural. So one of those things that can go either way. Okay. I am now going to go have my lunch. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Sorry about the little technical problem. See ya soon.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.